parody songs and stuff like that. And if someday if WWE pulled a stick out of their ass, you could honestly you could do parody songs for parody wrestlers. Think about different wrestlers that you could sing for. I think that you have a talent, Joe. I think you have a talent that no one realizes that you have. That talent that's deep down inside of you. I just gotta reach down your throat, and I just gotta go inside of your esophagus, and I just gotta reach down to your stomach acid and just go, ah!
Oh yeah, holy shit! I just came. Do you want me to start recording now? You think? You ready?
Oh, you're not recording?
No, I am now. No, I'm just kidding. I was recording. No, Tommy, thank you for hanging on, man. Thanks for waiting up for me. But no, dude, yeah, I just started recording as you started praising me, so it was perfect. You started praising me, and then I hit record. But no, yeah, you know what? It's I don't think I could ever be Weird Al Yankovic. I don't think I could do that, but I'm not that good at all. But I have a little bit of something there, a little bit of talent there, but not enough. Like I'm very I'm like okay at a lot of things. It's weird. Like there's a lot of things that I'm kind of good at, if that makes any sense. There's nothing really that I'm really, really good. I mean, there's a few things that I'm really good at, but most things it's just I'm kind of okay. So I incorporate all those things into the show. So like if my mother like hadn't have bought me musical instruments when I was younger and asked for those things and had musical classes, I probably wouldn't do that stuff. Or maybe I would. I don't know. But so all that stuff, it didn't prepare me to become a trumpet player. It didn't prepare me to become a drummer although I did tour around with a band for a while, and I did music, and I had somewhat success in music, like a little bit, a tiny sniff of success, if you could even call it that. So I think that prepared me for this, and so there you go. It adds more ammo to the arsenal, I guess, for doing a show like this, and for doing your show.
Joe, it's kind of interesting that you really have progressed over the years, and I just want to say to your audience that's watching this, it's different. Me and Joe are going to be talking about different things tonight, so whatever pops in our heads that we're going to talk about and share our opinions about it. But we did this a while back ago. Joe did this for me. Actually, we did this when my channel was a lot smaller, and we had a great time. And I'm telling Joe, hey, Joe, we got to get back on. We got to do this podcast again. Where me and you are just talking, going back and forth, because me and Joe are like zen. We kind of zen together. We bounce off each other. What don't you say, Joe?
Yeah, I think it was really good. Like I didn't know what was going to happen the last time we did this, and it was. I think I called it. Like honestly like episode 1 or something, and I thought it was just us kind of being honest about different subjects, talking about different subjects, and that's why I came up with some goofy name like that. But yeah, dude, we talked about so many different things. I feel like I could talk to you forever about stuff. And yeah, it's really good. It's good chemistry. You have good chemistry with lots of people. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I have learned that I kind of balance in between people. I say to people, if you treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. Now, most of the people come up to me and say, well, Joe treats you like shit, so why do you go on his show? He trolls you. And I'm like, no, Joe's not trolling me. He's just joking with me. Joe doesn't call me, he doesn't go out and call me a faggot, or, like I'm a piece of shit or something like that, or Tommy, you stupid retard, you're no good. You shouldn't be on my show. No, Joe doesn't do that.
Was that Keemstar? Is that who you're doing, Keemstar?
Oh, no, this is Keemstar. Let's get right. Today in YouTube drama, Britney Spears took her pubic hair and sewed it on the front of her head, and supposedly I might be a reporter, but I'm actually not a reporter. I just talk about YouTube drama. Let's get right into my testicle cancer.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Does he have testicle cancer? Keemstar has testicle cancer?
No, he doesn't.
Oh God, okay. Oh my God, I thought oh Christ. I guess I hear him call you a faggot in Discord. I think that's just his. It is just his comedy, because I've got similar stuff. I wouldn't call you a faggot, because even as a joke, I don't think I could do that to you. But then again, at the same time, you know what I mean? You got hazed the other night on the fucking show, I feel like, by the fucking people donating. But hey, you know what ended up happening was I took every single penny of those people's that really crapped on you, and we sent it to your Playlist Live GoFundMe, which is still up right now. So if you guys want to go support Tommy, go for it.
Also, folks, you can donate to that. It's a $10 minimum, and we're trying our best to. We're up to 300 right now. Thank you to Joe and you guys. But if you guys want to donate, you guys can donate $5 or $10.
Make it a $50 minimum. Fuck it, make it a $50 minimum.
$50. Maybe for your fans, Mr. $50. You donated. In the first hour, folks, Joe is doing Monetize This, and I hear his $50 thing go off, and I'm like, this guy's got rich fans. And I'm like, my God. I'm like, either
Dedicated.
somebody got their tax money back, but it's every show,
they
Joe.
Did, yeah. But
you do. It's just like, you donated $50, or
I have the greatest listeners.
$9, and I'm like,
I have the greatest listeners on
I don't have that
YouTube.
much money.
Yeah, I have the greatest listeners on YouTube. It's unbelievable. I mean, that's the fucking bottom line. I've seen people with 1 million subs who don't have that success. So it's a testament to the people that are committed to this show. These people are fucking amazing, and they're not fucking. It's not stupid. It's fucking people who know what they're doing and they're having a good time. And it's funny. It becomes part of the show, and that's what people love about it. That's why people do it. It's part of. They become part of the show, and it is part of the show, and it's funny. Whereas, like that's why I don't have many T-shirt sales. Like no one fucking really buys many T-shirts, but they want it to be on the show. It's funny to do that stuff. And it's all silly. Nothing's off the table here. I mean, we did a goddamn interview with a fake RYBACK earlier, which was up. Nobody's seen that yet, or you haven't seen that yet, but you'll see it sometime. Just you never know what's gonna happen here. But
speaking about one of your fans, apparently, I guess that you really ripped into him or something like that, and he tweeted me and he was like, I'm a nobody, and apparently I like to give you I like to suck you off apparently, and I'm like, wait a minute, sucking him off? Wait a minute, the fact that he's my friend makes me I'm sucking him off?
Yeah, I mean, we're friends, so we're gonna suck each other off. Actually, like, and just in general, like we're gonna put each other over, talk good about each other, try to get stuff out of each other. I mean, that's really what's gonna happen. I help you, and you help me, and we help each other. That's, I mean, I don't know what he was expecting from that. And a lot of times people they want to. People do this with JD a lot of times. Sometimes they'll be like, people want to run to divide, or to like they want to be recognized to be like, hey, I don't like him, so I like you. Don't you know I'm trying to be your friend, And they try to divide that way and get involved and get you to like them and stuff like that. People will get bizarre.
Folks, there's a difference between trying to be your friend and trying to ride somebody's coattails, okay? I've had many people do it to me. Since my channel has blown up, I'm not going to say Pacific people, but I've had a lot of people that come into my life that left me when, in my lull, and then when the whole Leafy thing went down, there was a lot of people came back in my life wanting to ride my coattails.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, dude, I was actually mad. I'll tell you what. I'll be honest. This is a shoot right now. I was really pissed off because I was pissed off during your the most pissed off I ever was when you had Keemstar on your show, because I know for a fact that many people that you had back on that show were assholes to you. And I was mad because they were legit assholes. It wasn't like, you're on someone's show and maybe people start making jokes about you. It wasn't even like Keemstar in a Discord calling you a fag or retard, whatever Keemstar calls you, retarded or whatever he says. Yeah. It was people that literally hurt you, like stabbed you in the back type of shit, like weird shit that's like almost evil. And you're a lot like I am, because I would forgive people too. That's how it goes. But you had them on that show, and I was laughing my balls off because I was thinking like, it was funny as fuck to me because like a lot of other people weren't there, but these dickheads were there, like, to be like, and you kept bringing them in, showing Keem, like, hey, here's this guy I used to work with, and every time you had to explain to Keem that, oh yeah, but we had a falling out, and it's like, you had a falling out with everybody, like, what the fuck is going on? And it was hilarious. That fucking thing is the funniest thing. If people don't understand, like, to me, it was so funny, because I knew the backstory of some of those people that you brought back, and here's Keem. Like, I've been sitting on this for months. I've seen the Ponies guy. I've seen the other people that have hurt you. Not Ponies guy specifically, but other people. And, you gonna put it on?
What?
Oh, no, I was talking to Leah because she bought this dress, and I wanted to see her put it on, but she's not putting it on. But, yeah, so I saw all these people, and it was like a buildup of months, and here was Keem seeing it all for the first time, and it was so goddamn hilarious. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, was his reaction to, like, taking this all in. But yeah, dude, you were, I don't know, man, you forgave these people, and they came on to, like, meet with Keem, and it was just bizarre. I don't know, it was funny. But a lot of those people did some messed up shit.
I know that, I'm sorry if you felt like you got left out of that, Joe.
Oh, trust me, Keem, it would have been bad if I got on there with Keem. It would have been weird. There's some kind of sexual tension or something between me and him.
Oh, I mean, the fact that he has you blocked on Twitter?
Yeah. I don't blame him whatsoever for blocking me on Twitter, because I was just being a fucking idiot, like, on Twitter, dude. I was making fucking videos. Like, dude, I was making, like, weird-ass videos and sending shit to people, like, but the reason why I was sending him is because people would say something to me about him, or he would say something related to a topic thing, and then I would make a video. I've only ever tweeted him probably, like, ever, like, except for the day we got in that fight or whatever the fuck, that luckily he ended it, to his credit, because he could have beaten me up for days, and he ended it. But no, only that day. I'd say 8 times maybe. I've tweeted him like 8 or 9 times maybe. I don't fucking know. And maybe 4 or 5 of those were videos. And that seemed to be what his rant was about. He was mad about people that were replying to videos or replying to tweets that had nothing to do with the tweet in a video. So he'd, like, watch the video, and then he'd be like, well, this is just this guy trying to get over with stupid shit. So I don't blame him for that. I feel like with all the connections I have and he has and people have, I felt like it was viable to see what his tweets were and things are going on in the universe. But that's fine. I actually don't blame him for it, because I might have blocked me too, because I was being a fucking goddamn annoyance, to be honest. I was doing stuff that I would have blocked people for on me, so fuck it, you know. So I'm cool with it. I think it's funny, but, you know, everybody was tweeting him, I guess, like, unblock Joe, he's gay for you or something. I don't know. It's all good.
Yeah,
oh god, no, it's all good.
What? You alright, Joe?
I want to fuck Keemstar. No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Oh, God. You almost had me fooled there for a second.
Really? Oh, well, you know, if the camera could have seen the boner I have right now, you really would have believed it. You really would have believed it then if you saw my heart on. No, but I mean, hey, you know, kind of funny.
I know I've told you this before, but I actually did see, I just recently watched Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way.
Yes, the last time we did this podcast, you mentioned you hadn't seen it, and I was blown away that you'd seen Godzilla before that, or over that, or something. I don't know. But no, I'm glad you saw it.
I was taken back. I was really like, this movie is actually funny. It's actually entertaining. And there was a lot of questions that I kept asking myself about, you know, the main character. And I'm like, okay, why didn't the parents try to search for him? Like, and even in the movie, he says, oh, we were supposed to take him to, well, I guess we should have even taken him back to where we were supposed to take him. I'm like, wait a second, if you're taking this guy somewhere, why didn't you just take him to where he had to go?
Yeah, I know. You know, that's a good point.
It's like they throw it out as a tidbit right as they're flying away. Oh, maybe we should have taken him to where he needs to go. And I'm like, you never mentioned that. You just said you want to eat his face. You said, we didn't eat you. We didn't eat you. And I'm like, huh? You want to eat this little kid. They pick him up, and his mother. The last scene you see this kid, he's like, he won't hold his mother's hand, and she's just like, you won't hold my hand. And you're just like,
I just thought of something, Tommy. I just noticed you're wearing gloves.
Yes, I am.
Why are you wearing gloves?
I don't know.
I have to ask because in the comment section below, there's going to be people saying, why the fuck is he wearing gloves? Like, it's going to happen.
I don't know. I think one thing I have to say about leather gloves is that they have this kind of empowerment about them.
Yeah.
Kind of like vicious quarrel about gloves. Yeah. And, whenever somebody's just like, of course, remember, folks, leather does not fit over latex.
I feel like you really secretly want to kill somebody.
Oh, don't worry, Joe. Don't worry.
This is not helping the case that you're not a murderer. And the tie and the hat, it's all so scary. Of course, I do look like a creepo with my facial hair and glasses now.
With those glasses, you remind me of that wrestler from WWE. What was his name? He was like really fancy, and he'd come out, and he only lasted a certain amount of time. Then WWE basically fired him. Like,
you talking about John Morrison?
Huh?
You talking about John Morrison?
Yeah, John Morrison. John Morrison. He had such a.
You want to know why these glasses remind you of John Morrison?
Why?
Because they're made by John Morrison. They're his glasses from Lucha Underground on sale at luchaunderground.com.
Wow, what a good plug there, folks.
Johnny Mundo. They're Johnny Mundo's glasses. Lucha Underground.
Johnny Mundo.
Yeah. So you were dead on right there with that one.
There was one wrestler that I used to watch in WWE, and his music, Out of Time. Now say goodbye.
Drew Galloway, he was just released by TNA today.
Really?
Yeah, and he was just interviewed on my show last week.
Wow. I wondered what happened to him because he was in the WWE for a while, and then he was like a heel, and he won the title, and then he lost the title.
He was,
and then he just one day disappeared.
Yeah,
I really hate.
He was in 3-man band, 3MB.
Really?
Yeah. Drew Galloway, or Drew McIntyre in the WWE.
I think it's interesting how WWE just has a point where they, okay, what is what I'm saying here? Okay, they have a point where they have a wrestler, and then they have their light. They have this big moment in the WWE, and then what happens is they disappear. They up and disappear, and I'm like, okay, what? And then you figure, okay, I know what happened. The wrestler must have sat on Vince McMahon's sandwich or something and got really, or came up to him and smacked him, or gave him a handshake, on TV,
Yeah, he shook his dick by accident.
Yeah, by accident. You come up and all right, what is it? What's it say? Oh yeah.
The hell was that?
That's my impression of him.
Of who?
Oh yeah.
What the hell was that? I have no idea what we just did. Was that a mating call? Am I supposed to bang you now?
No. It's the guy from he was the I can't remember his name.
Well, he sounds terrible, whoever he is.
They put him on suspension. They said he was
Oh,
fired.
are you talking about fucking? I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the guy from the fucking goddamn it. Now I can't even do it. Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, Titus O'Neil. O'Neil comes back and he's kind of had a lull. He's had a lull for a while because he's trying to gain back that momentum, but the writers just don't give him enough time. The writers honestly focus their attention on a lot of the main superstars. John Cena.
Well, yeah.
What is it? Shoot. Yes, folks, that is my Skype name. Everybody's gonna know my Skype. Don't worry.
Oh, do you want me to take that out?
No, Joe did not just dox me.
at this. There it is again. Take it out, Tommy Talks. Yeah, Tommy, I don't think it's doxing you when your name is Tommy Talks.
I'm just screwing with you. No, that's what I was joking with you.
Okay,
that's what I was joking.
Because I'll take it out if you don't want it there. But I mean, yeah, you know, everybody should. You got your name's right behind you. Turn around, look.
Yeah. And there's my beautiful play button.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. She's my baby. I you know
every
night before I go to bed, I kind of grab her and then I kind of like, hold her close to me and I just go.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. First of all, I don't know what I would do if I ever got one of those. I would probably break down and cry. But I'll tell you one thing, because I never win anything. But I'll tell you, or never got anything. But let me tell you something, Tommy. I recommend, like, what I'm going to do if I get it, because, somebody cut it in half. Somebody cut their play button in half, and the video went viral because of it. Well, I'm going to fuck mine if I ever get one. I'm going to have sex with it, and I'm going to cum on it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take a video of the play button and then cum on it. Like, I won't show anything. I'll just show the semen shooting onto it. And I will say that, I raped my play button. And that will go viral. It will be unbelievable.
You saw the video of me doing my unboxing, didn't you? Yeah. When I got the play button?
Yeah.
Like, okay, and what aggravated me about that was when I was leading up to the video for the unboxing, I did a crazy voice. And then somehow Keemstar was like, oh, Tommy, you have to, you have to be, you have to act autistic. Why are you acting crazy and stuff like that? Keemstar, I'm an actor, but when everything unfolded, that was real. My feelings
you're
were
a guy.
hurt.
You're a guy with autism who's acting, and you're a guy with autism. You're a guy with autism who's acting. I mean, because you can, and when you're anywhere on the spectrum is going to allow you to perform or to maybe come across differently than other people. So it doesn't mean that you're not because you can act. It's you act differently than maybe some other people would. I mean, if people can't tell that, I mean, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, it's arguing. I mean, if you want to pretend autism isn't real, I mean, that's fucking crazy. And if you want to pretend you're not on the spectrum, that's I can't even believe it's being argued about still. I mean, to be honest, it's like what you're doing, but it's not. You don't go about it the same way as maybe other people would. Just like I do the same thing. I don't go about everything the same way other people do. I'm just more subtle about it because I'm not necessarily autistic. But I mean, I've got ADD, I've got ADHD, so I have little freak out, hyper areas, hyper things. Sometimes I say things I didn't mean. The next day I have to like apologize. I'm like, oh no, I didn't mean that. And I was just being hyper and crazy. Keemstar has I relate to him a lot when I see his videos because he has issues with like the way sometimes reading and writing things. He kind of doesn't fucking like it doesn't link up right. Something to do with reading. I can't read worth a shit. I am like dyslexic. I have a lot of problems with that. Like I read the wrong thing.
Well, here's the thing. I'm high functioning autistic and dyslexic.
Right.
I can't. I guess I.
That's the best. That's the best kind, by the way. I heard.
High functioning and dyslexic?
Yeah, well, okay, well, let me specify. That is the best kind if you are going to try to read an adult sex book out loud. Okay? Yeah, it's been great. Like, I heard a guy down the street do it. He was like, and then she slipped her swollen cunt into his rigid math class. Oh, that says mouth. Hold on. Moth? No, I'm sorry. Anyway, continue. What the fuck? But yeah, we all have to joke about our fucking stuff, I think, and it's. But at the same time, it's one of those things. Like I feel like the more people know you, the more like we don't really we get it. We all know each other, so we're playing around with each other. It's only when somebody from the outside doesn't realize, what's going on, and they were to come after you, I feel like that's when, people get upset. You know what I mean? Like, that's That's when people get mad because they don't get what's going on. They're like, it's just like, you know, when somebody with a disability is doing something wrong and then someone makes fun of them. I'll give you an example. I really fucked up one night. I was at a wedding and I was the videographer for the wedding. There was this guy at the bar. Now he's at the bar and he's holding a glass of scotch, by the way. And he's doing this. You can see me, right?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, I just dumped shit all over himself. But yeah, he was like, he's like doing this. And he was like, oh, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this guy is fucking trashed. So I was standing next to this guy, and the guy kind of laughed a little bit, and I was looking at the guy getting all weird and shit. And then the guy snickered, and I looked at him, and I seen him looking towards the guy. And then I looked at him, and I go, how about that guy? That guy's fucking wasted already, huh? This guy's gonna need help getting out of here. What a psycho. He's drunk as shit. The guy looked over at me and goes, that's Marvin. And I'm like, yeah? He goes, he's got Parkinson's disease. And I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, I felt fucking horrible. Like, but the guy looked like he was drinking and drunk. And so I'm like, look at that guy. He's fucking crazy, huh? This guy looks messed up. The guy's like, no, he's got Parkinson's. And I'm like, oh God. And I panicked because I felt so bad and weird and awkward. I didn't know what to say. So I was like, oh, my dad had that. My dad didn't have that, but I freaked out and didn't know what to say. And I go, my dad had that. And then I was like, what? Why did I say that? And I was like, so I know, yeah, that's terrible. Oh my God, I didn't know that. And then I just walked away. Fucking awkward. But that's when I feel like when people attack somebody, you got to tell them like, oh, well, this guy's fucking, he can't read worth of shit. Or this guy can't fucking hear anything or whatever.
The thing is, Joe, I'm a forgiving person. I forgive a lot of people. But there's certain people I don't forgive. And because it just depends. One, did you stab me in the back? Two, did you do it for entertaining other people? And three, did I put my trust in you to help me run my show? And if you broke all those things, I can't trust you. I can't work with you. And I've lost several people because I couldn't trust those people.
Yeah.
And
these are people too that like they want more. They start harassing you almost, even though originally they started helping you, right? Because I've seen this on my channel, not with anybody that we really know about, but just smaller people that want to help, and then all of a sudden it gets weird. And yeah, I can see that happening to you. I mean, everybody you're on, every channel you're ever on, uses you. I mean, we all get used, but it's all for, like Dave Rose comes on my show. We use him for entertainment. He's a character. He's good. You come on the show, we use you too. You have a lot of jokes. You say a lot of things that people think might be bizarre or people want to make fun of, or everybody gets made fun of for everything. It's almost unbelievable. So when you come on, you just have to be aware. It's like people are going to make harsh jokes to everybody. They make them to Bailey. They make them to me. They make them to Rose. They make them to everybody. And that's what happens. But sometimes you can get taken advantage of because people want you on the show, just to fucking just throw joke after joke at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I understand when I could become the punching bag, at times. But I can laugh at myself. But at the point when you're just absolutely just laying into me and making me feel like crap. And I'm just like, I kind of feel awkward. I'm just like,
It's kind of like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. Is this? Am I in on this, or are you fucking with me? Like that. That's that question you have to ask. Like, wait a minute. Are you?
For instance, the Carrie show. She begged me after like all this manipulating and kind of like, I got in there and I apologized to her for some other stuff for calling her fat. And then she has me come on her show, and all she asks me are troll questions. She's reading the chat. That's all she's doing. And the trolls are asking her questions.
Right.
Tommy, you ever had sex? Tommy,
well, they were reading. She was reading questions like the donators were donating against you on the show the other night when people were donating silly things about you.
Yeah.
But the difference is, like, when that happened, it was like, oh God, like, I mean, like, I didn't. Some of them were funny. Some of the stuff people were saying about you and the donations were funny. Some of the stuff was fucked up. In fact, I blocked a few donators. To be honest, there was a couple guys I blocked that can't donate anymore just because I thought it was fucked up. There was a couple things.
I mean, how the guy donated $5? He's just like, "Fuck you, Tommy. Fuck you."
Well,
that guy?
No, that wasn't as bad. There was worse stuff. There was a couple ones that were real bad that I blocked. The fuck you is just some stupid thing, you know. But there was things that was worse than that. But that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, but the fact that she read them, you know what I mean? I mean, that's a gag, you know what I mean? Now, if you're okay with that, if she's like, well, I'm going to make kind of a gag out of you if you come on the show, and you say, well, I'm okay with that, fine. If it's a gag on me, cool. If you walked in unexpecting that, you know, that kind of sucks.
No, I didn't expect that. I thought, okay, I'm legitly going to go on this girl's show, and I'm going to let her interview me and ask me questions.
Right.
And I put that faith in her, and then I go on her show.
Wait a minute. What did you put inside her?
That faith. Oh, ha.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, see?
Ha.
I mean, I'm sitting here saying that, and I got a microphone that looks like a goddamn cock, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, look what I got here. I got the Yeti Pro. You know, the you know.
You got to get something different. Fuck that Yeti. And the blue snowball. Fuck the blue snowball. Now, the Yeti's better than the blue snowball, but God, what a scam that thing is. $40 for a piece of crap. Don't buy the blue snowball, people. I'm a snob.
You had your troubles with it, haven't you, Joe?
No, I never would buy that, but it's just I'm a snob when it comes to microphones. And I think the microphone companies have done an unbelievable job of sort of scamming people into buying microphones that aren't very good, that just like seem cool. Like the snowball is a $40 price point. People use it. It sounds like you're talking into a trash barrel. But people buy it like, I mean, big YouTubers buy it. People who got like 300,000 subs go, I got a brand new blue snowball. And you're like, what the fuck are you using a blue snowball for when you have 300,000 subs? This thing sounds crappy. You make a ton of money every month and you're using this crap. I mean, look, dude. I mean, first of all, I bought this ribbon mic that sucks. This thing was the first mic that I used on when I relaunched my fifth YouTube channel in 2012. When I launched this channel in 2012, the end of 2012, I was using this ribbon mic. Now the piece is missing for the top; it broke, but this thing sounds terrible. And I would say the snowball sounds slightly better than this, and they're both around the same price. And
folks, that is the microphone. It went right through the window.
Yeah, this is the one where I broke the window. Now, actually, what happened was I don't know what I threw now. I forget. I threw something kind of like I was legit mad, but at the same time, I was just kind of fucking around. I wanted to make like a noise in the background. I wanted to make a sound where it was like, bam, something breaking or something like just big noise. And I threw it. It ricocheted off the computer screen, off the computer top, and it went right through the window. And it went through the double pane and everything somehow after ricocheting. That was fucking hilarious. But it wasn't hilarious, actually, but it was... But no, so I would say, like, I don't know, I just don't understand why somebody wouldn't get a better mic when the whole thing is talking on screen. Like, the most important thing is, like, audio sometimes. And you buy the blue snowball that sounds like shit. At least $150 to $200 mic or something else. You know, the Yeti's all right though, thank God. You know, the Yeti sounds all right, but it's like the snowball is, it's unbelievable, dude. Those things, I can't believe people buy those. I'm a snob.
Yeah, the one thing I'm gonna do is I thought about if I had enough money, I thought about buying another Yeti and putting it right here. So when I have a guest, it could be sitting right here. And then I had the camera back here, and then they could talk into the microphone, and I'm like, oh, really? So, okay, how do you feel about that, You know
what you do? You sell that Yeti, don't buy the other Yeti, and just buy a Shure SM7B.
Really?
$350.
$350. Decent.
So if you don't go to Playlist Live, just use the money for the mic and tell everybody, fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. How much? Do you know how much it's gonna cost, like total, like to get there, to buy the tickets and all that shit?
Exactly. I'm guessing exactly the amount that we're trying to raise.
Really?
Because here's the thing. Here's what we have to do. One, we have to book our flights, and we have to buy 2 tickets both ways. And then after that, we have to book our ticket. We have to book our hotel, and we'll be there for a few nights, 3 nights exactly. And we have to get the tickets and our passes just to get in. So basically, it'll be me, Hamza, James Worley. So we got 3 people. So and also after that we have food and eats. So basically that has to be able to feed us.
Why don't you just go hit up Keemstar? Be like, you know what, Keemstar, if you don't give me the money for Playlist Live, blackmail him. I'm gonna release.
Then he's gonna blackmail me, and I probably won't have something big enough to blackmail him with.
I'm gonna release the video of you calling me a retard over and over again, like.
How Keemstar really thinks about the disabled.
He'll probably have some.
I'm not disabled. I'm fully functioned, folks. I can get up. I can do push-ups. I even did a.
Well,
you're
physically fully functioned. Don't say you're fully, because that they'll use that against you. But you're physically fully functional. You know what you're doing.
If you put a book, basically, folks, if you put a book in front of me, smaeta nitsnu.
Want to hear something funny about that, Tommy? If you put a book in front of me and I read the book, I will retain almost nothing from the book. So it's funny because I can read the book fairly well out loud to you, but my brain will retain not much of it. I used to read books in school and they would be like, here's the questions on what happened in the book, and I would get things wrong. But I sat there with nothing else and read the book. So that's my problem. So it's not the same thing, but in a funny way, it's kind of funny that I could read the whole thing and I don't know what happened.
When I was a kid, my dad read me the book Dick Tracy. And
hey, Dick Tracy was the one who fucked up the goddamn Oscars tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it was Warren Beatty. He's read the wrong goddamn person. It was supposed to be Moonlight. That's funny. But anyway, continue.
My dad would read a chapter a night, and he'd ask me. What he would do is he would ask me each night what happened in the last chapter. So I would actually. It was funny since I had such a screwed up memory. I actually was so into the book that I remembered every little. I didn't remember every exact thing that happened in the book, but I would keep it stored, and I remember every moment it happened. One of my favorite moments in the book is my dad liked to play with his voice. And there's a scene in the book, and if you watch the movie, they do it exactly. Warren Beatty actually was the director of that movie. That was his baby.
Yeah.
And I loved it how they did everything from they mimicked everything from the book and put it inside of this movie. And one of my favorite scenes is Tracy, wherever I hear it, it's Tracy. Tracy.
Who was that? De Niro no, not De Niro. Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, Pacino's playing Big Boy Al Caprese. They got a sound guy in the top, and after he's doing this, he spills his coffee, and Big Boy is like, all of a sudden, this coffee starts. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm screwed," and he's just like. This look on his face.
What the hell?
But the thing is with the faces and flat top, and they exactly matched it up exactly to how you imagine these characters. Hollywood does a good job, and sometimes Hollywood can do a bad job. And with certain movies, they have rarities. They have moments where, okay, this is good, this is bad. And you can balance them sometimes with good storyline, and sometimes they can go with the storyline. For instance, I could say, me as a movie director, the movie Oddball that I directed was supposed to be a comedy, if you know that.
Right. I didn't know that. It was more, it ended up being more dramatic, more of a drama.
Yeah, more of a drama. And originally Oddball was supposed to be messing with this chick, and he was supposed to stick a pickle up up his butt and then take a bite of it. And then after that, he gives it to the girl.
I had no idea.
He gives it to the girl, and he's supposed to do all this quirky stuff just to show how much of he's an oddball. But what happened was my principal shut down the project because she didn't like what the script looked like. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She looks at half of my script, and we had already shot some footage with the other guy with prom scene because they actually let me take over for prom when I did MTV's Made.
Right.
And we already shot some stuff for prom. And she's like, I don't like half of the stuff. And then the guy quit that day. And the guy had played oddball, actually, he fell right in the position. And it was just like, he was perfect. Like, Storm that's his name. His name is Storm. And his last name is not Thunder and Lightning. I beat you, Joe. I knew it. I knew how Joe. You see, folks, I know how Joe thinks.
Well,
I know how Joe thinks, and I beat him to the point. Folks,
I could just think. I just picture him as a black woman who can fly and fuck with the weather a bunch. Oh my god, I love that song. I was humming that throughout my house. The other day.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny because the 90s had such awesome theme song.
Yeah.
Now, welcome to the land now, they are down under. You're gonna want to rain in the rain on sign. Come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania. This will be Dangle and Winglety Wolf. I was so his mother go mom. Come to Tasmania. Come to Tasmania.
I love all those songs. Yeah, it's weird. Pinky and the Brain, even Beavis and Butthead. Like, I mean, just everything, dude. Everything was great then. I can't tell you enough. I'm obviously older than you, and I know that people always go, oh, the times back in the day and stuff. But I'm not joking, dude. Like, there was it was different. It's weird. There's better. You're always going to look back on whatever the last 10 years have been. I feel like it's always every 10 years. You're always going to look back and miss something about those 10 years, and that's what it is. It's not that like the 90s were better, the 80s were better, and that type of thing. But there was just so much good stuff that you remember. I remember from the 80s barely. I was younger then, but still I remember the 80s. But especially the late, like 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, like those years, wow. And then, 95, 96, and then things kind of changed a little bit in 97, 98, 99. Things got crazy. It was awesome. And then it almost seemed like just after 2000 that things got a little bit more quiet and peaceful and a little more PC. And
certain people died in the entertainment field, and certain people retired. And it got to the point. Have you watched the new Mickey House Clubhouse, by the way?
The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I mean, I know I got kids and stuff, but they don't actually. I don't see it. Maybe Leah has, but I really haven't seen much of it. Dude, I've seen Frozen like 900 times though. Let it go.
My friend has a son, and he watches Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And I'll be sitting there on the couch, and Mickey Mouse is like, "Oh, hello there, kids. So what is it?" He's just blinking at you, and you're just like,
oh, where they talk to the kids and the kids have to answer and stuff, yeah.
I hate those kind of things.
Yeah.
They're mindless drones. And the kids are just like, some of the kids don't even repeat it, so it's just,
yeah.
They're just staring at you for 2 or 3 minutes, and you're just like,
I hate those. Those shows suck. The kids, listen, my kids aren't, my kids are fairly smart. Like, they're most of the time, I don't know, Leah could probably answer this better because she's seen them all more in the morning than I have. But, I believe whenever I've seen those shows where it's like, tell us where it is now, kids, and they look at the screen and they look for the kid to answer it, my kids just stare at the screen like, why the fuck are they not talking?
Honestly, the cartoons from the 90s were fast-paced. They had jokes. For instance, one of the jokes was Dots. It's like, okay, we're going to look for fingerprints. And he's like, you mean fingerprints?
Well, they were made. It was like they were made more for adults too. Like they were kind of like, I don't know. Everything was just so much more edgy, dude. This is the pussification. I mean, God, we do not want to go down this road. But the way everything now is just pussified, it's almost unbelievable. I think you are seeing that sort of start to change a little bit now because people are sick of it. I mean, to be honest, it's a little bit why Trump got elected, because a lot of people I think that wouldn't have voted for him, you know what I mean, did, because people are just sick of the PC culture. I mean, even though we were doing well, I mean, like, it's not that needed to change. We just need to, like, people need to not be so offended about everything. And now the thing is, Tommy, is now I'm offended by things that I would never have been offended by before, because I'm offended that they're offended for things, and then when they do it, now I'm offended that they're offended because they would be offended if I had offended them. It's fucking ridiculous. So it just becomes one big circle jerk of people being offended. I don't want to be offended at almost anything, but I find myself being more offended now because other people are more offended now, and I see the hypocrisy, and it drives me nuts, and I freak out, and it sucks, dude. This is the weirdest time ever. I would kill somebody to go back to 1993, 97, 98. I mean, please, like, send us back in time to when it was better. Or fast forward us or something. Maybe it'll be better in 10 more years. I'm not sure. All I know is 10 years ago I could have bought a house by now.
Yeah, and I have to say a lot of stuff. I can say that a lot of things that people get freaked out for no reason, and they do things overboard, and I can understand that, Joe, because a lot of people do the same thing on my YouTube channel.
Well, Tommy, look at your video. Let's look at the video that spiked you and that puts you on the map. That video, your reaction to Leafy's video. Now, listen, I got to tell you that after knowing who he is and knowing what he does, I think he's great. I really don't have a problem with him. I totally get what he was doing. I don't think he really knew. The only thing I didn't like was his apology. I thought he should have maybe said something to you and said, "Listen, I don't profile people when I make a satire video about them." And that's one thing you got to step back and think about. I like that. He doesn't profile people. He picks maybe at the time people thought he picked on younger kids and shit like that. So it did appear on his channel. I will say, I will backtrack on my words. It did appear he was picking on people who were a little bit smaller than him, or perhaps that couldn't really defend themselves. So I see where that was boiling, I think, on his channel. There was a lot of little kid stuff and lots of things like that. And then when he got to you, it was like, whoa. And we wanted to make that video where you're mad and angry, or I was gonna make a video. Maybe you weren't even gonna make a video. I was gonna make a video. And then it was just like, no, don't try to suck up the tears and suck up the sadness and the anger. Let that feeling out, let that emotion out to people. And that worked in your favor, because rather than waiting a little while, then getting angry, and then making an angry video, nobody would have responded to an angry video. They would have said, wow, this guy's a cunt. You know what? I'm glad fucking Leafy made a video about him. But when they saw how it affected you, people went, oh, holy shit, and they got behind you. And that's
half of my comments was just it was really affecting me, and I just it's like the Titanic going down. It's like, okay, on the Titanic, Leafy's the iceberg, and I hit Leafy, and then all of a sudden little chunks of Leafy's fan is the water, and it's going inside of my hole, and I'm slowly going under.
I thought we were talking about sex, or it almost sounds like it almost sounds like we're talking about rape. I want you to know that. It almost sounds like we're talking about rape. No, but Tommy this is why I love you, because you set me up for these awful jokes. You set me up for these terrible jokes that I make. But dude, let me tell you why this correlates. Because in 1998, if this was 1998 or maybe even a few years back, you make a video where you're flipping out, you're not crying, you're not upset, you're not panicking, you're not nervous. You're making a video that's like, I'll fucking kill you. That video would have destroyed years ago. But if you made the video that you made, that honest opinion, in 1998, people would have laughed at you. I think people would have laughed at you more and supported him more, and his channel would have blown up more, and nobody would have even cared about what you said. But because we're in this sort of different time where everyone's sensitive about shit, that's why your video, it worked, because that got people fucking on your side because they saw that part of you. Now you make that same video 1998. I think people are just like, what a fucking loser. Let's move on back to Leafy. You know, so it's that's what I mean about the times changing. So that actually worked out. You know, if I was alive, if YouTube right now was going on and it was 1998, I don't know. But I think you're starting to see that. I think you're starting to see people be a little more outspoken. You're still seeing the people stick up and, you know, get offended and try to take people down. But, you know, you're seeing a rise up right now of freedom of speech and people trying to express themselves. It doesn't matter what people are saying. As long as you're not hurting somebody, like really hurting somebody, you know.
I think what made me mad, I was upset about Leafy's apology also. But I think one thing that really upset me was how, some YouTubers, you know, they made videos about what happened. And when it got to the top, like the ground level of YouTube, Markiplier, PewDiePie, oh yeah, suddenly TommyNC2010's name falls out of people's mouths. And they start talking about all these other YouTubers that, like, but on the crest of it was me and Leafy. And then suddenly, I was left out of the mix when it got to the ground floor of YouTube. And those YouTubers didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to see me grow even more if they talked about my story. And Phil DeFranco, he talked about it. And H3. Now, here's my question. Why did H3 take down his rant video? And does that mean he's good with Leafy? And I'm like, I don't have problems with H3, but why?
Here's why.
Did he take down his video?
I think he did because I think he reacted really quickly to like what was going on with you. And I don't think he was taking back how he felt about how you were treated or that type of thing. But I think maybe he felt, and I don't know the story, maybe someone does, but I felt maybe he felt he was a little unfair to Leafy or a little contradictory to Leafy, perhaps. And there's a line that's confusing, I think, for a lot of people on, you know, are we supposed to treat everyone the same way in every video? Because, you know, I make videos this way, so why would I treat Tommy differently than somebody else? Oh, I didn't know that he was different in some way than somebody else. And then some people are saying, well, no, I'm going to treat him the same way. I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm going to treat him the same way as everybody else. And then there's other people that would say, no, you do have to make an exception for what you're doing and how you're criticizing him because it is different. So there's room for everyone's individual opinion on that to take over. And that's where that controversy can happen. And I think because it is sort of an open discussion and opinion to whether or not it should be okay to sort of make a video on you like they did, criticizing you or making fun of you. There's sort of a debate on whether that's okay or not. Now, to your closer friends, perhaps your closer friends would say it's not okay to do that to Tommy. But maybe some people who aren't your closer friends would say it would be okay. I'd want to treat him equally. There's been people that we know in the past that have gone either way on that. Now, Dave Rose loves you. You know, our old friend Tommy loves you too, and I believe Dave was sort of trying to say I'm going to treat you as equal as everyone else, and I believe Tommy was under the impression that no, you know, it's not the same, and that's not going to happen. You won't do that because there is an exception here. So, and I don't necessarily know who's right really in the situation. I really default it to how you feel, to be honest. If you're okay with it, then I think it's fine. But if you're not okay with it, I'm going to change my mind. So, but that's how you can see how other people from the outside would fuck up maybe, or not know what to do, or even know that they're doing anything wrong because they feel that they don't even know that they're doing something that's hurting somebody or messing things up, or you know what, or you know, what if they hurt somebody who has some guy who does not have autism, like say anybody who's maybe even like a very smart person. Well, what if they hurt his feelings? Why is it so bad that they hurt his feelings, but you know what I mean, not that bad that his feelings are hurt? but perhaps maybe yours are or aren't. So
Well, take an example like this. I think Leafy has attacked a bunch of people in the past. He has.
right,
But the difference with me is I never revealed that I had a disability.
right.
And until these reporters went through my channel and started researching things, and I had made a video a while back ago that said TommyNC2010, autism does not define me.
Right.
And people would have not known if I had made that. That was a vlog, actually, a part of a vlog.
So do you think
I
it
don't
was?
know if it was just a video or it was just me walking.
Oh, but do you think maybe then, knowing that, and I don't know, but I'm just asking now that we're talking about it. So it's been so long since it happened, but we always go back to this for some reason. But it's an interesting topic. Why? Do you think it was maybe it wasn't fair to Leafy because Leafy was doing the same thing he would do to anybody else, and once he didn't know that you were, and then all of a sudden everyone yelled at him and flipped out that, hey, he's got autism, and people are like, he's got autism, you piece of shit, and they figured out that you had it, but he did not, and made a video, and there was nothing he could do. He's already made the video, and now afterwards he's finding out that you have something. And to him, he's like, holy shit, like, it would be, how could he know that? But you could also say, well, he made videos like this about young children, so, I mean, would really...
Well, one of the reasons you could tell I have a disability is when I vlog, I don't really look into the camera sometimes, or if a camera will be pointing right in my direction, my eyes will be looking like this. And I'm like, I sometimes don't look people in the eyes, and some people notice that about me. My father would have to tell me, Tommy, look right here. Because sometimes when I was talking to him, my eyes would like peer off. And that's a lot of times how you can tell that somebody has a disability. They don't look you straight in the eye because of what's going on with them. And I went to a school for kids with disabilities. It was called Summit Charter School. And
hot chicks?
No.
Oh.
Just
because I figured they'd be...
It was a charter school.
Oh.
But they actually don't exist anymore because a scandal happened there where the principal ripped off...
Wait a minute. A scandal happened at a charter school? Tell me it's not true.
Yeah, like the principal was ripping off all the teachers.
Oh my God.
And so basically, they shut down the school, and it's abandoned down in Florida. And I went there for the longest time.
Wow.
For my lessons and everything.
Well, soon there will only be charter schools if Donald Trump gets his way.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, they do want to push charter schools. I went to public school, and there's a lot of corruption everywhere, but there's definitely a lot of weird corruptions that happen at some of these charter schools, and it's weird how it happens. If you look them up, it's bizarre. But for some reason, they want to push the charter schools more, at least his administration does. I don't agree with it. I agree with, having them, but I don't agree with pushing them over public schools. But, that being said, everyone's different experience can, someone could go to a wonderful charter school, someone could go to a hellacious public school, and so that person could come out with an opinion that, charter schools are way better than public schools. And someone could go to a great public school, and they could say, well, public schools are way better than charter schools. And really, it's just, again, that it's all based on, some things are bad, some things are good. And it depends on which one you got the luck of the draw on, or where you are. But you know what?
Joe, I want to be honest with the audience and just the world, whoever watches this video. I'm going to tell the world one of my biggest fears. Folks, you want to know one of my biggest fears
Zoe
is?
Berger's pussy.
No. My biggest fear is death. Biggest fear is leaving everything behind, and what would happen. What would the internet say once TommyNC2010 was no more?
Tommy, that might be everyone's favorite. That might be like you may have just connected with 90% of the people listening.
Because, honestly, it makes me ask me, like, how long would it take the internet to find out that Tommy was no longer here? That's a question, you know. I've had days where I haven't uploaded, like before Playlist Live. I don't know which convention it was. I wasn't uploading a video, and then people started posting on YouTube. Oh yeah, rest in peace, TommyNC2010. I'm like, I'm still alive. I just haven't posted a video because I'm producing a vlog right now.
So wait a minute, you're not scared of dying, really? You're scared of I don't get it. You're scared of. Why are you scared of what people will think when you're dead? I mean, you're already dead.
Well, no.
See, I'm scared of being like abducted by a 7-foot tall guy, you know, who fucking chops off one of my balls in his basement and has a hot poker that he jabs into my throat. You know, well, he comes in my ass every day, and then he feeds me like gruel, and like I'm in someone's basement for like a month being tortured by some hairy 7-foot tall guy. I'm frightened of that. Like, that's above death for me. Like, I'm more frightened of that. I'm frightened of, you know, closing a door on an erection in the morning when I'm going in the bathroom. I would be frightened of that. You know what I mean? Death is like, oh, you know, I am a little bit frightened that I don't know where we're going to go and what's going to happen, but yeah, those things are above that. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to walk into the water 3 feet and something's going to eat my leg. You know, like, I mean, that to me is more terrifying than anything.
Really? In Boston, Joe?
Yeah, it's been happening here. It's weird. Because the fucking seals population is too crazy. I'm not even joking. They're here. The sharks are goddamn here. Go look it up. Leah, where are the sharks coming from over here? Leah? Leah's not talking tonight. She's really mad.
I'm sorry, Joe. You know that means, folks, Joe's not getting any tonight.
Oh, there will be none of that. No.
Oh, jeez.
Not tonight.
I love Joe, folks. Joe is I have to say, Joe is like a firework. He fires off and... Wow.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on. What
Come
the
on,
fuck?
baby, watching baby on there you stand on
Look at the mark on my face from these glasses.
Jeez. Ouchie. What, do they scratch your face?
No, they're pressing on my nose, and they're like so hard they turn it red, you know?
Ouch.
That's what I get for wearing glasses that make me look like a douchebag.
Oh, you don't look like a douchebag, Joe. You just look like Joe Cronin.
I think I look kind of douchebaggy. I'm okay with it.
By the way, Joe, I wanted to say, I don't know if I said this on one of your other shows, but you actually look quite handsome in a suit, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, you looked really, you look professional normally, but you were like very crisp. Wow. You were very set, and your promo video actually scared the crap out of me.
Was that the one
as I was watching it? Cause,
the crutches? When I had the crutches?
Yeah, you're limping over there, and you're just like, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell?
He's hurt. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't get in the suit much. You know what? It's so weird. I gotta tell you, I don't know what was up, but I don't know if it's just I haven't worn a suit in a long time, because people were like harassing me. I went to there was an event at work, and like I had girls coming up to me like, wow, like holy shit, like you should wear the suit every day to work. And I was like, why? Like, I mean, it was weird. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, everybody was saying something. It was bizarre. I think it's because normally I dress like a slob every day, and I'm growing in this fucking terrible thing that won't grow on my face. Like, I've said it a million times, but I still see comments like, why do you cut it like that? It looks stupid. Let it grow. And it's like, dude, it doesn't grow. None of this grows. I've mentioned it a million. This is not trimmed or cut. This shit just doesn't grow here. Okay? It doesn't work. You know what?
You ever tried Instant Grow, Joe?
That's why Keemstar blocked me. I just figured it out. I sent a video out to 3 people who had awesome beards. I thought they had the best beards. And in the video, I replied to Keemstar and to a couple other people, and I said, and I made the video basically saying, I hate you fucking assholes for having good beards, you assholes. And it was like just a fucking around, and the next thing you know, I was blocked. So that's funny. We went right back to that beginning conversation. I can't grow such a beautiful fucking bush on my face like that gnome. You didn't do that to
Harley Mornstein, did you?
Hey, what?
You didn't call him an asshole, did you?
No.
Because he has an epic beard. That guy,
I don't think I reached out to him. No. I mean, well, no, their beards are great. I was being sarcastic. I was like, how dare you, your ugly beards and stuff. My beard is better, and it's like, no, it isn't. I look like shit. But that was the point, that I look like an idiot. But I think that, I don't know, fucking, it was just funny. It was stupid. But I was like, man, these guys got some good, I don't even know. I look weird.
I actually got to meet him at Playlist last year. I had dinner with the guy.
Oh, yeah? How's he? Does he chew with his mouth open?
Not really. He's actually a gentleman. The funny thing is,
so he bought you dinner
Harley
after?
had already eaten. And he actually wanted to meet me. And it was really fun. The funny thing about that story is we're sitting at we walk in, I meet Harley, and seeing Harley Morenstein is like seeing Godzilla for the first time. You're like frightened, but at the same time you want to run away. And all of a sudden we're waiting for him, we can't find him, and I see Amir, the chef, I'm talking to Amir, and all of a sudden I hear,
oh my god, that is Godzilla.
Like just these screaming girls, and here comes Harley.
What's his name again? How old is he?
I don't know. Let me.
Morenstein?
Harley Morenstein, yeah.
Harley, right?
How old is Harley Morenstein?
Yeah, you're right. He's got that big beard.
Harley Morenstein is 31 years old.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you got Alexa, what's the weather tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Woburn, you'll see mostly sunny weather.
Huh.
Expect a high of 51 and
High of 51. See,
Who is Joe Cronin?
It won't know.
According to Wikipedia,
Baseball player.
Cronin was a Major League Baseball player.
Yep. Told you.
I know. When I tried to search up you one time, I was like, that's not the Joe Cronin I know.
Yeah, he's from here, though. Boston Red Sox.
Damn. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but when I was with him, when we go to have dinner, we got stopped every 5 seconds because someone was like, "Yay, your epic meal time! Yay!" And I'm like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that kind of...
Doesn't he get shit stuck in his beard all the time? I mean, how the hell does he do that? You think you wouldn't want a beard,
I actually, if I watch his vlogs a lot, and he goes through, at one point he'll be mountain man. He'll like have a mountain man beard, and it's like,
yeah,
it's just like, and then he's like all trim and cut, and then he's just like, he's I've seen him without his face, and it's just like, no offense, Harley, sorry. I don't know if you're gonna watch this particular interview, but I made a joke with him one time. I was in his comments and I said, Harley, what's underneath the beard? Are you like Chuck Norris? Is there a gigantic fist underneath there? He said, nope, just a bunch of dry skin.
Well, that guy sounds like a cool dude. I mean, that's a fun time. Did you meet anybody else? I don't know if we've talked about it or I don't remember hearing about it. Did you meet?
Yeah, I got to meet. I did meet Ed Bassmaster. Really funny guy. Would you look at that? 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 That guy. He actually has his own television show. He has his own television show, and I got to meet a lot of new people. That it was really Moby Lee. Yeah. I got to meet and a few other people.
Well, that was cool, too, because you went there, see, I would never go. People have told me, hey, you're going to go to Playlist Live. I'm like, why would I go to Playlist Live? I mean, I've got 40-something thousand people. Nobody fucking knows who I am. But, you, at the time, you were hot because you were a story that just happened. So it was, wasn't far away from after this stuff happened. So you were fresh on everybody's mind. People were like, oh, that's that guy. You know what I mean? So people knew who you were. Right? Were you getting a lot of that? Oh, you're the guy, Not
really. I wasn't getting that, but some people recognized Tommy had actually his sister was at Playlist Live. She got to Playlist Live, but he couldn't go. And she spotted me, and she actually handed me the phone. He's like, my brother loves your videos. And then she handed me the phone. I'm like, Hey, what's up? How you doing? How long have you watched the channel for? Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much for being a fan.
I gotta go fuck a hooker.
And she's your sister.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Oh, that's awesome. No, that's wild, dude. Though that was so cool. Like, I'm kind of I speak with Boogie every once in a while, so it was weird. I turned on Boogie and he's talking about you, and I was like, what the fuck? This is weird. But he didn't know the whole story, and I was like,
well, he couldn't remember my name.
yeah, I was like,
that's what kind of thing that aggravated me was he couldn't say my name, but he's like, oh, the egg guy, and I'm like, come on, Boogie, Tommy NC 2010.
you know what? After you just did that, I'm convinced you could fit that whole Yeti in your mouth. I didn't realize how big your mouth could open. Oh my god! Yes, you look at that. Oh my god! I could never do that. I have a small mouth.
Ow! I just hurt.
Oh, you probably just tasted so many germs. You have no idea. You know, like my mouth is small. Like this is my perfect height from my mouth. Oh, I can't even get this in my mouth. But that is bigger, and you could get that in your mouth. So that's how I have a small mouth. People say, "Oh, you got a big mouth." No, I got a small mouth, motherfucker.
When Joe goes to prison, they're gonna learn at the hallway. No, don't mess with that guy.
Why would I go to prison? You know, I've never actually been to jail. I've never even. I think I got 5 speeding tickets. That's about it. 5 speeding tickets. I've never even. Well, I mean, you know, one night I could have gone to jail is the night that I got drunk at a bar and twice I got drunk at a bar and I got fucked up and I broke a beer bottle. And then one other time I fought an ATM machine. I thought for sure I was getting arrested. Because there's a cop right across the room, like in the bar. And I mean, I was kicking this...
laughing his ass off, Joe, when he saw you.
No, because these cops were looking to arrest, like, anybody that was doing anything. And, what the fuck was that? No, this guy, dude, I'm telling you, dude, I beat the shit out of this ATM machine. I beat the shit out of it. It would have been destruction of property. I mean, I didn't destroy it or it didn't even break anything. But I was like, boom, 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 and then I kicked it and then went boom again and went, fuck you, ATM machine. And I swear to God, that I was like, oh man, that's it. I'm going to jail for fucking destruction of property or whatever. But no, I didn't break anything. But I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. They didn't do anything. One time, you know, I used to go in there with a hat on. They told me that I couldn't wear a hat the next time I came in, and they were like, and I was like, why? And they were like, because a guy a couple weeks ago came in and smashed a beer bottle over one of the bouncers' heads, and then he ran out of here, and he had a hat on, and we couldn't identify him in the video because he had a hat on. So they weren't allowing people to wear hats in the bar anymore. But I showed up there with a hat on, and my hair was fucked. Like, my hair was fucked looking. I had kind of longish hair, and it was just shooting out all over different places, and there was nothing you could do to get it to stay in the right spot, including going and washing it in the bathroom with the water. So, yeah, it's worse, like, than whatever you've got going on. It was way worse than that. I mean, What's
wrong with my hair?
Oh, well, it was, well, then there you go. It was way worse than whatever your hair looks like. So your hair looks all right. My hair looked fucked, dude. My hair looked ridiculous. And I was like, dude.
A lot of people compliment me for my hair. I kind of have the...
Well, that's what I mean. You take that off and your hair's just good looking. What the fuck is that about? You know, I take my hat off now. I look like an idiot.
I'll say, wait, you do that classic...
You look like fucking Chris Farley.
Ow!
It's Chris Farley and Tommy Boy right there. I could be your,
I'm in a van down by the river. Was it?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna drive into a river and back.
Wow, you know what?
Oh!
You know something, Tommy? I weigh 200 pounds. If I could just lose 100 pounds, I could be your David Spade. It would be unbelievable.
What was it? He's like, your father could sell a woman. Your father could sell a woman.
Popsicle to a woman wearing white
popsicle?
gloves. Yeah.
Ketchup popsicle? A woman in white gloves? Oh, he's too afraid to get out. He's just a weirdo guy.
Dude, my favorite scene in that movie is when he's like, telling the guy the story about like how the brake pads are gonna save his family from dying in a fucking fire. And he's
like, oh. He's like, no. He's like, now if you use the other guy, he's like, oh. And the guy's just like.
The best part, he's holding the things up. It's on fire. He's like, oh my God, we're burning alive. I can't feel my legs. All because you wanted to save a couple pennies on some brake pads. That was the best. I love that scene.
And he's just like, the guy's just like, get out. Get out.
Love that fucking scene, bro.
This guy called me a freaking psycho. You kidding? Did you see yourself in there?
Dude, I love that movie. Dude, when I saw that in the theater, I was laughing at everything, but I'm telling you what, dude, when that fucking deer came alive in the back seat, I fucking lost my mind, dude. That fucking deer ripping the shit out of the car was hilarious, dude. Oh my Christ. I couldn't believe that movie. I was like, I must have been 10 when that movie came out, or 11. I don't know. When that movie came out, 94? I don't fucking know. I think it was 94.
Yeah, 1994, because Farley, one thing about it was he had Tommy Boy and he had Black Sheep, and then apparently he had one last movie, and then
the Ninja movie was after that, after Black Sheep.
What was it?
I think the Ninja movie he did was after Black Sheep, wasn't it? Like a little while he did that fucking American, like something Ninja.
Yeah, and then afterwards he had one movie that didn't do too well, and then he overdosed on cocaine.
Yeah.
He was actually in his hotel room with a couple of prostitutes.
Fuck yeah.
And he did too much, and then he ended up dying.
Oh, that's
that
so
night.
bad, man. That
He
was so
actually
bad.
supposed to meet his, I think he was supposed to meet his mother for dinner that night, and she never showed up. Or his brother, I think, at least.
Yeah, I remember I was shocked when that happened. That was terrible. I loved him too, like everybody did. So yeah, when that happened, it was like, I mean, Belushi. It was like, I was a little too young when Belushi dying. I didn't really get it because I think I was too young. But I mean, I knew Belushi had died, and I knew like he was pretty good. But I was a little bit younger at the time, so Chris Farley was like my Belushi. Like I couldn't believe that he was dead and shit. Like it was awful.
There's a lot of stars that they could have been stars, like, you know, stars that had the comedy genius that they just honestly set the stage and they blew up. And what happened was there's another side of Hollywood, the drug side of Hollywood, and
Well, that
what
might
happens
just be
is
Hollywood.
people get mixed up in that. And it can happen here on YouTube. You hear YouTubers all the time having to go to drug rehab because they got their channels gotten so big and they got involved with lots of money and drugs, and you know they get in trouble.
I'm hoping that happens to me.
Oh, you have too much to live for, Joe. You have a family.
Well, no, I mean I'm gonna live just fine. I'm hoping I'll you know, sign me up. Where can I sign up for to be rich and do cocaine? I'm kidding.
One day Leah's gonna come home and she's gonna find you on the couch dead, and you're just jerking off, and you're just like.
Well, that's gonna happen. That's. Tommy?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, well, what I was gonna say is, well, that's gonna happen anyway. You know, you said she was gonna come home and I'm dead, you know, because of cocaine, jerking off. I'm just gonna be dead anyway, jerking off. I was just gonna have a great comeback and say, oh yeah, that's what's gonna happen anyway, and then the damn microphone went out and ruined the whole fucking joke. I thought I was fucking losing my mind for a second. I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking deaf. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The goddamn mixer, the little plug came undone, and I'm hitting the button, and it's not working. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I was starting to freak out.
That's one thing I need to get. I need to get me a mixer. I need to save up the money one day, and I got to get me a mixer for a professional studio. Put everything hooked up in here like you have, because I have one studio light over here, and and the other one blew out. I have problems with lighting, and I should honestly get another studio light so it lights up the whole room when I come in here.
That's looking good right now. I mean, it looks like you're in a nice little studio radio sort of podcasting office, but it's probably your living room. But the setup
no. This right here is a separate studio. Just a second, I can.
Oh, I'd love to see this. This is what you should do: a tour of your apartment. Oh,
well,
wow. You've got a cool apartment then, because you got this separate area, and then you've got a living room and another bedroom, and.
Yep. Tommy
Wow.
Network, and my bathroom is down that way.
Show me the bathroom.
My front room.
I want to see the bathroom. I want to see the bathroom. Huh? I want to see the bathroom.
I can't take my web camera in there.
I know, I'm just kidding, but I do want to see it. But no, it's yeah, dude, that's really cool. You got a nice apartment then. I'm thinking you live in a one-room thing. It was like leaking ceilings. Like, dude,
two bedroom apartment, and I have a kitchen.
Jesus.
And the other room, it's kind of like this big, and it's like I could fit just fine, just me walking through there. But if there's 2 or 3 people in there, it's just like.
Why didn't you just save the money and get like a 1-bedroom apartment? Or were you like, no, I gotta you didn't want to mix your, what the fuck, dude? You didn't want to mix your. Oh my god, dude, you have no idea what I'm gonna do to that sound clip. That's gonna be something. I'm gonna turn that into like a dubstep, dude. It's gonna be fucking nasty. Holy shit. Man.
A second.
You know, that hat you have might be gayer than Pinocchio's. That joke didn't land? Oh, I'm sitting here with sunglasses on with crosses on them, so. I like to make fun of I like to make fun of what people are wearing. Like, I'm wearing a shell necklace from 1997. I think I'm like I look like I listened to too much Creed, like in late 90s. But I wasn't that guy at all. I was listening to like Manson and shit. Now the top hat, I don't know. It might be, that's all right. Doesn't go with.
It's actually a dead man. This is called a dead man.
Oh, a dead man. Okay, I'm retarded when it comes to fucking hats.
The top hat is more like like this, and the dead man is more like.
Okay, I got you. I like it. It doesn't go with the suit, I don't think, but I like it. I'm convinced that you can wear anything. I've just got a slobby hat and a shell necklace and a Vinnie Marseglia t-shirt. Oh, yeah, that hat works. I actually like your hat. It actually works really well. I'm not joking though. It's good. The only thing that doesn't go with anything is your headphones. Yeah, I mean, because you know what it is? They're blue. They're like blue on the inside, so it looks like your suit is extending to your ears. It's the most bizarre thing. Like, it's only because, like, if you were wearing a black suit, those headphones would be fine. If you were wearing a white suit, I don't know what I'm getting at here, but I'm terrible at fashion, so don't trust me. What is underneath that play button behind you? What's that thing on the wall below the play button?
Green screen.
No. What's the plaque?
Oh, this is the letter that my mom, my mother, and my father, when they first moved me in here, they put this all up here, and I didn't have this here originally, and then I said, Mom, I need that actually because I want to show that's a special honor that you can. Oops, right over here. It's like the weatherman. It's like the tornado was over here. No, actually, the tornado's outside. It's going to hit our
And that is a green screen too. So.
Yeah.
But what is it? What is it? What is it about? What is it saying though? Is it like a, hey, this is your home now, or like what is it? What is why? What is it?
It's basically YouTube telling me, hey, you reached 100K subscribers.
Okay, it's the letter from the play button. Okay, I got you. All right.
And that's kind of like signifying. Here, Joe, let me take this down
it'd
so
be
you
amazing.
can get a close up of what a play button. So if you ever get one.
Yeah, I've been on YouTube 10 years. We're still waiting.
You know, I think they should make a special honor for people like you, Joe.
Yeah, who
How many
suck.
subscribers are you at right now?
44,000.
They should really have an award for 44,000.
That's all right. I got an award for views. I get more views than you, so it's all good. Holy shit.
So this is my baby. She's my baby.
I don't know. See, I would try to I would become a psychopath. I would break that open and jack off on it, and that video would go viral of me. Guy masturbates on his play button.
But yeah,
Someone's gonna take that now.
TommyNC2010. It says on there, and
That's cool. That's so cool.
I showed it to a bunch of people and like, wow, Tommy, that came from YouTube? I said, yeah, it came from YouTube. And she's my baby.
I will never get one of those. I'm convinced, Tommy.
No.
With
hard work and dedication, you'll get it eventually.
At the rate we're on now, I'll see it in about 10 years. You know what? You know what's gonna happen to me, Tommy? I'll tell you exactly what's gonna happen to me. Because this is my look. I have luck. I have luck like Al Bundy. Like Al Bundy had all this luck where like he got into great situations, but then by the end of it he got fucked over. My luck would be this. I'll tell you exactly what would happen, and this is 100%. This is exactly what will happen. At some point, I will be about to reach 100,000 subscribers. At some point, and what will happen is that will be the same month that YouTube announces that they no longer give out those play buttons, or YouTube goes under. One of the two will happen. I guarantee you, as God is my witness, if there was one, I don't believe in it. Why I say that, I don't know, but I did. I will be fucking, I promise you, I will be like, wow, I'm gonna get the play button. Oh my God, all this fucking time. Oh, 100,000 feels like nothing to someone else, but to me, it's amazing. It's an achievement. And you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna be like, YouTube has announced they no longer give out play buttons. It's every 500,000 now. I fucking guarantee it, 100%. And I'm not being fucking crybaby and oh woe is me. I'm just telling you that. I promise you that's gonna happen.
I thought of a good thumbnail. Basically, everybody in the YouTube community is staring at me, and it's like Tinadaba Dib Mimadaba Benababa Bib in the circle like the city.
If somebody, I swear to God, somebody has already done that. But if somebody hasn't done that, I will do that. I will wear a towel, almost naked, and I'll go over to this rock formation area up the road where it's like a big mountain, and I'll get on the top of it and I'll do that with mine. If I were to ever hit 100,000, assuming no one else has ever done that before, because then I'd look like a jackass if someone else has done that.
I might steal it from you.
Well, it was your idea. I just stole it from you. I mean, if anything, you should do it now because you just your idea. I would be stealing it from you if I were to do it.
Yeah, I one day I have to get like Hamza to come out there with me. I gotta get a bunch of people standing around the mountain and around the rock formation and like the circle of life, and it moves us always.
No,
the circle of life.
You should smash that over Hamza's head. Fuck that. Just hit him in the head with it.
Hey Hamza. Yeah, Tommy, what's up?
Yeah, just smash it over his fucking head, then throw him off the fucking mountain. Throw that little cocksucker. I'm just kidding. I actually love Hamza. I'm just being an idiot. I like
someday,
Hamza.
I tell you what, I mean this, Joe. I'm gonna say this whenever I can figure out something. I'm gonna come up to Boston and I'm gonna come see my Boston boys, and then I'm gonna contact you, and we're gonna go out partying. We're gonna go out do some drinking.
Yeah, I'll take you there. We'll go into Boston and ride a mechanical bull.
And okay, I also have talked to Joe behind the scenes. We also have another surprise for somebody else, but we're not gonna say what it is. But it involves a prank, and I'm just gonna say, beware for this person.
Wait a minute. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do, Joe. We were talking about it in the DMs. We were talking about it one night when I was on my phone. We were talking about. I said when I come up there, we're gonna pull a prank on somebody.
All right, I don't remember, but I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
It's somebody close to you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Now I remember. I know
Somebody's
exactly.
ass is getting pranked.
Someone's ass is gonna get stabbed. I will be nowhere. I'm just saying, like, get ready to be possibly murdered because I'm convinced, you could, or at least you'll get hurt somehow. Oh my God. Come down to when is Playlist Live? Because WrestleMania is coming up, and I'll be down in Orlando for that.
It's in May.
It's in May. Okay. Because I'll be down there in April. All right, well, dude, let's wrap it up. We've been doing this for 2 hours or something like that. We could talk. See, I could talk all night to you. We could just talk forever. I feel like.
Yeah, because me and Joe have this natural beat, and we naturally kind of rub off on each other. And if Joe likes how successful this segment is, because Joe has a busy schedule, and he has monetized this. He has the Joe Cronin show. He has Beer Goons. But if he wants, and he has a lazy night, and he wants to, we can do the podcast here we're watching, where we talk about movies or whatever subjects we want to talk about. TommyNC2010 and Joe Cronin in the center of the ring, talking about stuff. Joe, before we go,
rubbing up on each other.
Huh?
Rubbing up on each other, yes. Rubbing off each other. No, go ahead. Yes, I wanted to see if you had anything left to close with here.
Yeah, well, one of the people that I kind of made up with this year that I kind of didn't know about was, with the Foul Mouth Network, and I understand that you had a problem with them a while back ago.
Well, I didn't really much have a problem. I didn't even know what was going on. They made a video making fun of me about all this stuff, but I could hear, I knew in the video it was a joke. You know what I mean? I thought it was actually pretty funny, to be honest. It was like, oh man, this is cruel, but I love it. So even though they did that, I was all for it. And so but I think they're pretty cool guys, and they've the last. You haven't seen the RYBACK interview yet, the RYBACK interview. It's a parody, but
I'll watch it. Don't worry.
You will laugh. For over a year he tried to be on my show, and anyway, I like these guys. I like everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll work with anybody.
Yeah, and I just want to say, folks, if you want to, please help me get to Playlist Live. The link will be in the description below, right down there. If Joe wants to pull it up here, up on the screen and show where it is. I don't know if you have that.
Whatever.
And show it where it is so people can donate. And as Joe said, maybe $5, $50, whatever you want to donate. And your name will be featured in the vlog and the subtitles and the towards the end of the vlog if we can get enough money donate.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, if we could get that thing rolling, we're coming towards May, and for you, it would definitely it would help out. Like you basically, like you said, you gotta go there, the flight back, and all the other bullshit. What is it always in your description box?
Yeah, it's in my. What?
Is it always in your description box on your video? Oh, there it is. The GoFundMe. Here it is.
Yeah, GoFundMe.
I tried to call Keemstar out on to see if he would hey, I'm donating. Where are you? So if you look at it, here's the GoFundMe.
It's dark.
Here it is.
There it is.
So yeah, I wrote Cronin is here. Where's Keemstar? Don't worry, I got you. And I thought maybe that would ignite somebody to help you perhaps more.
And I think one of your fans donated also because he donated $5.
Yeah.
I said, it must be one of the Cronin guys.
That's Chris Young. I see him. I know Chris Young. Yeah, Chris Young is there. I did 60 the other day, so I've done 160. Where's everybody? Come on, Michael
Oh,
Bauer.
there's CCG Anubis. Look at that. That's one of his stupid little comments.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see that guy in a sex video with a guy. That's so funny. No, that's cool, man. Whatever gets you the money, don't fuck it.
Yeah, I really do appreciate everybody donates, and you will get all shout-outs in the vlog.
Yeah, I mean, you're committed, dude. And so thank you for being here, dude. I think this was another, again, we could do this all the time. It would be amazing. You had me on your show for an interview, and now we had this podcast on my channel. And yeah, we'll try to do more, Tommy. Let's do more. Check out TommyNC2010 on YouTube. Over 100,000 subs. MTV, Tosh.0 if you didn't see him on there. Saving the eggs. And then, of course, the kerfuffle with everything else. Everything he's done on my channel and everywhere. He's inspiring, and you're staying positive. And I am like the dark version of Tommy. So we're like light and day right here. Or dark and day. That mustache is pedo Levin.
Come on.
I wonder who's got more of the who. Everybody in the comments, who has the more pedo mustache, Tommy NC or me? Who has the more pedo stash? Because I've got a pretty creepy face right now. Oh yeah, no, you got to come on it. I'm telling you, man, you come on that thing, it's going viral. I've got lots of ideas. Just bring me on your show when it goes viral. Oh yeah, cut a hole in that bitch. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Check out Tommy's channel. It'll be on my channel. And stay tuned for the next talk or podcast or honestly.
See you, y'all. Now come back here, y'all.